Have you ever looked around and wondered why meaningful friendships seem so rare? A Stoic man once said that friendships are like diamonds, precious, rare, and often hidden among imitations. He believed that after a few missteps, it's easy to lose faith, thinking all friendships are illusions, mere counterfeits. But does this scarcity say something about the world, or something deeper about us? Number 1, embracing shyness and introversion as strengths. We're wired to be social creatures, yet for many, social interactions feel like navigating a maze with missing pieces. If you're shy or introverted, it's easy to see these traits as barriers. But Stoicism offers a fresh perspective. What if your introversion is a hidden superpower? In a world that often values boldness and extroversion, your ability to observe, reflect, and engage thoughtfully is a rare and valuable strength. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Accept the things to which fate binds you." Your introversion isn't a flaw, it's a quiet strength. Self-acceptance is the first step. When you stop seeing shyness as an obstacle and instead embrace it as part of your unique perspective, you unlock the freedom to be unapologetically yourself. Introversion allows you to see the world with a depth and nuance that others might miss, giving you the ability to connect with others in meaningful ways. Picture this. You're at a social gathering, and that familiar tug of shyness creeps in. Your heart races, and self-doubt begins to bubble up. Instead of seeing this as a disadvantage, pause and take a breath. Shift your focus to what you can control, your actions, words, and kindness. Speak not to impress, but to express. Authenticity is magnetic, and when you focus on expressing yourself honestly, rather than trying to meet perceived expectations, conversations become opportunities rather than obstacles. It's also worth remembering that introverts excel at one-on-one interactions, where depth and vulnerability thrive. While group settings can feel overwhelming, smaller, intimate moments often allow you to shine. Use your strengths of observation and listening to connect on a deeper level. These are the seeds of authentic friendships, where trust and understanding grow naturally. Friendship isn't a trophy to win. It's a garden to nurture. Each interaction is a seed, and while some might not sprout immediately, with patience and authenticity, they can grow into enduring connections. The Stoics remind us to detach from outcomes. Your goal isn't to win a friend, but to show up as your authentic self. With time, the people who truly value your presence will gravitate toward you. Stoicism also encourages us to embrace the present moment. Instead of worrying about how others perceive you, focus on the here and now. What's within your control? You can ask a thoughtful question, offer a kind word, or share a genuine smile. These small gestures create ripples, forming connections that are grounded in sincerity. Remember, introversion often brings with it a gift for empathy and observation. You notice the subtleties in a conversation, the unsaid words, the shifts in tone, the emotions just beneath the surface. This ability to tune into others' feelings creates a foundation for deeper, more meaningful relationships. In a world that sometimes overlooks quiet voices, your introversion is a quiet superpower. By embracing your nature and leaning into your strengths, you can navigate the maze of social interaction with confidence and grace. The bonds you create won't just be numerous. They'll be rich, fulfilling, and rooted in the kind of authenticity that stands the test of time. Number 2, trust issues, building bridges, not walls. For many, the road to friendship feels like a tightrope walk, balancing vulnerability with the fear of betrayal. Trust doesn't come easily, and that's okay. It's natural to guard your heart, especially if you've been hurt before. However, Stoicism teaches us that trust, like any meaningful virtue, is built gradually, through effort and intention. It begins not with others, but with yourself. Ask yourself, what do I value? What are my boundaries? These questions act as your compass, helping you navigate the complexities of relationships. When you know your values and limits, you can approach connections with clarity, understanding what you're willing to give and what you expect in return. This self-awareness is the foundation of trust. It's like the roots of a tree, keeping you grounded, no matter how strong the winds of uncertainty may blow. Stoicism reminds us that people, like seasons, change. A friend who was dependable yesterday may falter tomorrow. This isn't a call to build impenetrable walls around your heart, but to approach relationships with realism and adaptability. Broken trust isn't the end, it's a lesson. Each experience, whether positive or painful, offers an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Trust doesn't mean naivety. It means resilience in the face of life's inevitable uncertainties. When doubts arise in a relationship, open and honest communication is your most powerful tool. Instead of letting fear or assumptions fester, talk about your concerns. This is like shining a light in a dark room. It clarifies the situation and creates space for understanding. While not every conversation will resolve perfectly, the act of addressing issues strengthens bonds. Vulnerability, even in moments of doubt, fosters connection and shows courage. True friends aren't perfect, they're human. They will make mistakes, and so will you. Stoicism teaches us to accept this humanity, understanding that imperfection doesn't negate the value of a relationship. By embracing the flaws in others, you also learn to forgive yourself, creating a culture of mutual respect and empathy. The goal isn't to seek perfection, but to nurture relationships that thrive on understanding and growth. Trust, however, is a two-way street. It requires not only that you trust others, but that you also prove yourself trustworthy. Be consistent in your words and actions. Show up when you say you will. Keep confidences. These small but significant actions demonstrate your reliability and encourage others to reciprocate with their trust. It's important to acknowledge that trust takes time. Just as a tree doesn't grow overnight, relationships need time and patience to develop deep roots. Be willing to take small steps forward, knowing that trust builds incrementally. If you rush or force it, you may risk overlooking red flags or putting your faith in the wrong people. Finally, remember that trust isn't about guarantees. It's about faith. Faith in your ability to navigate the ups and downs of human connection. Faith in your capacity to heal if you're hurt. And faith that, despite the risks, the beauty of genuine friendship is worth the effort. By focusing on building bridges rather than walls, you open yourself to the possibility of connections that are not only meaningful but also enduring. Number 3, the real barrier, lack of social opportunities. Modern life is busier than ever. Our phones buzz with notifications, social media scrolls never end, and our schedules feel packed to the brim. Yet, genuine connection often feels elusive. The truth? It's not that we don't meet people, it's that we don't engage with them meaningfully. Stoicism, with its emphasis on deliberate action, reminds us that building relationships requires conscious effort. One way to create social opportunities is through volunteering. Volunteering is more than an act of kindness. It's a gateway to meeting like-minded individuals. Whether you're planting trees, helping at a local shelter, or organizing books at a library, shared tasks naturally foster shared connections. In these moments, you bond with others over a common goal, creating relationships rooted in mutual care and purpose. Another fertile ground for friendships is pursuing hobbies or interests you're passionate about. Joining a workshop, a class, or a club related to something you enjoy is a natural way to meet people who share your enthusiasm. For example, a book club can spark discussions that lead to deeper connections, while a cooking class can turn collaborative moments into lasting friendships. Passion is a universal connector. When you surround yourself with people who share yours, conversations flow effortlessly. Outdoor activities are also a wonderful way to connect with others. Hiking, biking, group yoga, or even community sports teams provide casual environments where friendships can blossom. Nature has a way of stripping away formalities, allowing for organic and genuine interactions. Plus, the shared experience of conquering a trail or mastering a pose creates a sense of camaraderie that can translate into lasting bonds. If time feels like a barrier, consider integrating social opportunities into your existing routines. For instance, join a running group instead of running alone, or attend professional networking events that align with your career goals. These activities serve dual purposes, advancing your interests while also fostering connection. Stoicism encourages us to step outside our comfort zones. While it may feel easier to stay home or stick to your usual routine, meaningful relationships often come from taking small, courageous steps into the unknown. Attend that workshop you've been curious about. Say yes to an invitation you typically decline. The more you engage with the world, the more opportunities for connection you'll create. Don't underestimate the value of consistency in building relationships. Regularly attending the same group or event allows you to become a familiar face, making it easier for others to approach you and for connections to deepen over time. It's also important to remember that creating social opportunities doesn't have to feel forced. Authenticity matters. Engage in activities that genuinely interest you rather than those you think will make you more social. When you're pursuing something you love, your enthusiasm will naturally draw others in, making it easier to connect. Finally, shift your mindset from finding friends to sharing experiences. Friendship often grows from shared moments rather than a direct pursuit. Focus on contributing to the environment around you, whether that's by helping in a volunteer project, participating in a group discussion, or simply offering a smile. Authentic connections often emerge when you're fully present and engaged in the moment. Number 4, social skills, the art of listening. Friendships don't just happen. They require effort, patience, and often sharpening our social skills. Stoicism teaches us to approach every interaction with love and understanding, no matter how small. This philosophy is a reminder that meaningful relationships begin with intention and the willingness to grow. Social skills are like any other skill. They improve with practice. Start small. Strike up a conversation with the barista at your local coffee shop, compliment someone in a class you attend, or engage in online communities centered around your interests. These small actions may seem insignificant, but they build confidence brick by brick until you feel more comfortable initiating and sustaining conversations in a variety of settings. One of the most important social skills is the art of active listening. In a world where everyone is eager to be heard, being the one who listens can set you apart. Ask thoughtful questions, not to reply with your own story, but to understand theirs. Dive into someone's experiences with genuine curiosity. This simple shift in focus, from how do they see me to how can I see them, creates a safe space for others to open up and fosters trust. Listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about tuning into the emotions behind them. Pay attention to tone, body language, and pauses. These subtleties often reveal more than words alone. For example, someone might say they're fine, but their tone or expression may suggest otherwise. By picking up on these cues and responding with empathy, you demonstrate care and attentiveness, deepening the connection. Another key aspect of social skills is balancing vulnerability with authenticity. Share parts of your own story, but do so with intention. Oversharing too quickly can overwhelm others, while holding back entirely can make you seem distant. The goal is to create a two-way exchange, opening up enough to invite connection, while allowing the other person to feel comfortable doing the same. It's important to recognize that not every interaction will lead to a lifelong friendship, and that's okay. Some conversations may fizzle out, while others might lead to temporary connections. Each interaction, whether it deepens or dissipates, is a step forward in honing your social skills. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, which is our effort and attitude, rather than the outcome of any single interaction. Rejection or awkward moments are natural parts of the process. Instead of fearing these experiences, view them as opportunities to learn. Every conversation, even those that don't go as planned, adds to your understanding of social dynamics and helps you build resilience. As Seneca said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Each attempt, whether it succeeds or not, is part of your growth. Practicing social skills isn't just about improving your ability to connect. It's about building confidence in yourself. The more you engage with others, the more comfortable you'll become with who you are and how you present yourself. Confidence is magnetic, and when you radiate self-assurance, others are naturally drawn to you. Friendships, like anything worthwhile, take practice. They don't happen overnight. By focusing on small, intentional interactions and mastering the art of listening, you lay the groundwork for meaningful connections. Remember, every conversation is an opportunity, not just to make a friend, but to learn, grow, and become a better version of yourself. With time and effort, These skills will transform your relationships and open doors to deeper, more fulfilling connections. Number 5, life's changing priorities. As we grow, life pulls us in many directions. Careers demand our energy, families need our time, and personal goals often become our primary focus. In this busy cycle, friendships can naturally fade into the background. While this is a common experience, it often leaves us wondering how to maintain connections in the face of life's changing priorities. Stoicism reminds us to accept these shifts without guilt, understanding that change is a natural part of life's journey. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." Just as seasons change, so too do the dynamics of our relationships. The fading of some friendships doesn't mean failure. It's a reflection of life's ebb and flow. This Stoic perspective encourages us to approach these changes with grace, letting go of the expectation that every friendship must last forever. However, like trees that need consistent care to thrive, friendships require attention and effort. Rebuilding bonds doesn't demand grand gestures. A simple message, a phone call, or even a quick check-in can breathe life back into an old connection. These small but meaningful acts remind your friends that they matter, even if time and distance have created a gap. It's important to understand that friendships evolve with life's priorities. The people who shared your path during one phase may not always continue in the same way. Some friends will drift away, while others will grow closer. Accepting this fluidity allows you to focus on the friendships that align with who you are today. This doesn't mean cutting people out, but rather recognizing and cherishing the relationships that bring joy, support, and growth. As life evolves, so too will your circle of friends. Stoicism encourages us to prioritize quality over quantity. A few deep, meaningful connections will always hold more value than a sea of shallow ones. True friends are those who understand and respect your changing priorities and are willing to adapt alongside you. While shifting priorities may limit the time you can devote to friendships, this scarcity often makes those moments more precious. When you do spend time with friends, be fully present. Put away distractions, listen actively, and engage sincerely. These intentional interactions deepen bonds and make even brief moments feel significant. It's also worth noting that life's changes can bring opportunities to form new friendships. As your career progresses, as you build a family, or as you explore new hobbies, you'll encounter people who share your current goals and values. Embrace these connections as part of life's natural growth. They're not replacements for old friendships, but additions to your evolving social circle. Stoicism also encourages us to reflect on our priorities. Are we dedicating too much time to work or personal goals at the expense of relationships? While ambition is important, balance is essential. Picture your life as a mosaic, with friendships as one of the vital pieces that complete the whole. Neglecting this piece leaves the mosaic incomplete. In the end, life's changing priorities don't have to mean the end of meaningful connections. By nurturing old friendships with small, consistent efforts and embracing new ones as they come, you create a social circle that evolves with you. Number 6, embracing differences. We naturally gravitate toward people who share our interests. It feels easy and comfortable to connect with someone who enjoys the same books, movies, or hobbies. But Stoicism nudges us to look deeper. True and lasting connections aren't just about shared preferences. They're about embracing and respecting each other's differences. When we approach relationships with curiosity rather than judgment, we create space for deeper understanding. Imagine this. You're an avid gamer, but your friend's passion is gardening. At first glance, it might seem like you have little in common, but instead of dismissing the gap, ask them about their favorite plant or what they love about gardening. Show genuine interest in their world while sharing your own. This exchange transforms what might have been a barrier into a bridge, connecting you on a human level beyond your hobbies. Stoicism encourages us to find common ground not in surface-level similarities, but in shared values and emotions. Beneath our individual interests lie universal human traits: dedication, passion, and joy. Whether it's the thrill of mastering a game or the pride of nurturing a plant, these shared experiences bond us. By appreciating the underlying emotions behind someone's passion, we enrich our understanding of them and deepen our connection. Embracing differences also broadens our horizons. When you step outside your comfort zone to learn about someone else's world, you open yourself to new perspectives and experiences. You might discover an unexpected appreciation for their hobby or gain insights that inspire you in your own pursuits. Every conversation becomes an opportunity to grow, not just as a friend, but as a person. Moreover, embracing differences fosters mutual respect. When you show interest in what matters to someone else, you send a powerful message. I value you for who you are, not just for what we have in common. This respect encourages others to reciprocate, creating a relationship built on trust, understanding, and empathy. Of course, differences can sometimes lead to conflict or misunderstanding. But Stoicism teaches us to approach these moments with patience and reason. Instead of reacting emotionally or defensively, strive to understand the other person's perspective. Differences don't have to divide us. They can become opportunities for meaningful dialogue and growth. It's important to remember that true connection isn't about changing someone or being changed yourself. It's about finding harmony in diversity. Imagine a symphony where each instrument plays a different part. It's not the sameness that creates beauty, but the way those differences come together to form a richer, more vibrant whole. Number 7, mental well-being, the silent cornerstone of friendships. Friendships often start within. If your mind is clouded by anxiety, weighed down by self-doubt, or preoccupied with negative thoughts, it becomes challenging to connect with others. Stoicism teaches us that mental well-being is the foundation of meaningful relationships. It reminds us to light the torch, not to dispel all darkness, but to illuminate a path forward. This inner work allows us to show up for others as the best version of ourselves. The first step is mindfulness, being fully present in your conversations and interactions. In a world filled with distractions, giving someone your undivided attention is a rare and powerful gift. When you're truly present, you create a space where others feel seen, valued, and understood. This presence not only enhances your ability to connect, but also deepens the quality of your relationships. Practicing self-reflection is another cornerstone of mental well-being. Take time to explore your emotions, motivations, and patterns of behavior. What insecurities or fears might be holding you back from forming deeper connections? Journaling or meditating can help you identify these barriers and gradually work through them. As Stoicism teaches, progress, not perfection, is the goal. Gratitude also plays a vital role in nurturing mental health. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life and relationships, you cultivate a sense of abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but rather balancing them with an appreciation for what's going well. Gratitude shifts your perspective, allowing you to approach friendships with an open heart rather than a sense of lack or fear. When you create inner peace, you become a beacon for others. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate calm, understanding, and positivity. Just as a stable anchor steadies a ship, your mental stability can provide comfort and reassurance to those around you. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending to have it all together. It means fostering resilience and equanimity in the face of life's challenges. It's also important to recognize that mental well-being is a continuous process. There will be days when you feel strong and grounded, and others when self-doubt creeps in. Stoicism teaches us to embrace these fluctuations with compassion, understanding that they're a natural part of the human experience. By acknowledging your struggles without judgment, you create space for growth and healing. As you nurture your mental health, you also cultivate empathy for others. When you faced your own challenges, you're better equipped to understand and support friends who may be going through difficult times. This empathy strengthens bonds and deepens trust, as people feel safe opening up to someone who truly understands. Taking care of your mental well-being isn't selfish. It's a gift to yourself and to those around you. By prioritizing your inner peace, you create a space where friendships can flourish. This foundation of calm and understanding allows you to navigate conflicts, offer genuine support, and build relationships that are resilient and meaningful. Number 8, lifestyle choices, the balancing act of priorities. Let's face it, modern life often pushes friendships to the sidelines. With endless deadlines, meetings, and to-do lists, it's easy to let weeks or even months slip by without meaningful social interactions. Yet, as Stoicism teaches, a well-lived life requires balance. It asks us to pause and reflect. Are we prioritizing the things that truly matter? Or are we letting busyness dictate our lives? Picture this. You spend your day ticking off tasks, rushing from one obligation to the next, only to sit down for dinner and realize the seat across from you is empty. It's not just about being busy, it's about how we choose to spend our time. Stoicism nudges us to say no to the distractions and time stealers that don't serve our higher purpose, and to say yes to the connections that enrich our lives. The first step is intentionality. Think of your schedule as a block of marble, and you as the sculptor. Carve out time for friendships, even if it's just small, deliberate moments. It's not about doing more or adding yet another task to your day. It's about shifting your focus to what matters most. A Stoic mindset reminds us that time is our most precious resource. How we allocate it shapes not just our days, but the quality of our lives. One practical way to integrate friendships into your life is to combine them with activities you already love. Invite a friend to join you in something you're passionate about, whether it's working out, cooking, or exploring a new hobby. Even mundane tasks, like running errands or grocery shopping, can become opportunities for connection when shared with someone else. By aligning your lifestyle with your relationships, you transform everyday moments into meaningful interactions. Remember, it's not about the number of hours you spend with others, it's about the quality of those interactions. Deep, meaningful conversations over a cup of coffee can nourish a friendship far more than a dozen shallow exchanges. Stoicism encourages us to focus on depth, not breadth, when building our social worlds. A few moments of authentic connection can leave a lasting impression on both you and the people you care about. It's also important to recognize that balance doesn't mean dividing your time equally among all areas of your life. Instead, it means aligning your time with your values. Are your friendships important to you? Then treat them as such. Send a text, make a call, or schedule a meetup. Even small gestures demonstrate care and help sustain relationships amidst the chaos of modern life. Stoicism also teaches us to embrace simplicity. You don't need extravagant plans to connect with friends. A walk in the park, a quick video call, or even sharing a moment of laughter during a busy day can be enough to keep your relationships thriving. By removing the pressure to create perfect experiences, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters, showing up and being present. Another powerful lesson from Stoicism is learning to say no. Every yes to one thing is a no to something else. By carefully curating your commitments, you ensure that you have the time and energy to nurture the relationships that matter. This intentionality creates space for the people who add joy, support, and meaning to your life. Ultimately, life's balancing act isn't about having it all, it's about choosing wisely. Number 9, differences in interests, turning clashes into bridges. Friendships don't always form between people who love the same things. Some of the most rewarding connections emerge from embracing differences. It's easy to gravitate toward people who share your passions, but Stoicism challenges us to look beyond surface-level similarities. Differences, when approached with an open mind, can be the foundation for growth and deeper understanding. Imagine this. You're a die-hard movie buff who can talk endlessly about cinematography, plots, and characters. But your friend couldn't care less about films. They're obsessed with rock climbing. At first, it feels like you're speaking two entirely different languages. It's natural to feel this gap, but Stoicism teaches us to reframe these moments. Instead of seeing differences as roadblocks, view them as bridges waiting to be built. Ask yourself, what can I learn from their passion? Even if you don't share their love for climbing, you can appreciate their dedication, joy, and the excitement they find in the activity. By showing genuine curiosity and asking questions like, what do you enjoy most about it? What challenges you? You gain insight into their world. Often their enthusiasm will be contagious, inspiring you to see their passion in a new light. This mutual exchange creates an opportunity for deeper connection. When you take the time to understand someone else's interests, you show them that you value not just what they do, but who they are. In turn, they're more likely to reciprocate by engaging with your passions, even if they don't share them. It's this back-and-forth curiosity that transforms casual acquaintances into meaningful friendships. Beneath our hobbies and interests lie shared human traits: dedication, creativity, and the pursuit of joy. These universal qualities are the true glue of friendships. When we focus on these common threads, the specifics of our hobbies become less important. A gamer and a gardener might seem like opposites, but both can connect over the determination it takes to master their craft or the satisfaction of achieving their goals. Exploring someone else's passions also broadens your perspective. You may not take up rock climbing yourself, but by learning about it, you expand your understanding of what brings others joy. Differences can also strengthen friendships by creating opportunities for collaboration. For example, you might find a way to blend your interests, inviting your climbing friend to a scenic outdoor film screening, or joining them for a beginner-friendly hike. These shared moments allow you to create new experiences together, bridging the gap between your worlds in ways that are meaningful and memorable. Of course, embracing differences isn't always easy. It requires patience, empathy, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. But Stoicism teaches us to approach challenges with calm and resilience. Instead of feeling frustrated by differences, ask yourself how they can contribute to your growth. What lessons can you take away? How can these differences make the friendship stronger? Ultimately, the richness of a friendship isn't measured by how similar you are, but by how much you grow and learn from each other. By embracing differences, you deepen your understanding of not only your friends, but also yourself. At the end of the day, friendships are about quality, not quantity. Through Stoicism, we learn to embrace our unique journeys and build relationships that resonate with who we are. If today's discussion resonated with you, leave a thumbs up to help us reach more people seeking wisdom. Share your thoughts in the comments. Are you an introvert, extrovert, or somewhere in between? What has your journey with friendship taught you? Thank you for watching. Choose a video from the screen to continue exploring Stoic insights. Stay curious, stay grounded, and above all, stay connected.